pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Good evening, everyone. Today is Tuesday, July 9th, 2024. The time's 5:30 p.m. Meeting of the Greensburg Board of Works is called to order. At this time, please silence electronic devices. Before we begin, I would like to move the bid openings up to the top of the agenda, as we have several guests with us this evening, if that would be amenable.
I'll make a motion that we make that change.
Motion's been made to move CCMG 24-1 up to the top of new business. By Jamie. Second by Glenn. All those in favor, signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Those opposed. Okay, perfect. Amy, could you please call the roll?
Jamie Kane.
Here.
Lauren Huber. Here. Robin Meyer.
Here.
Glenn Tebby.
Yes, here.
Mayor Joshua Marsh.
Here. You all should have received a copy of the minutes from June 11th and the June 20th executive session. If there are any edits, additions, or corrections, if not, those will stand approved as presented. The first item of new business is now bid openings for the CCMG-24-01, which Zach has collected, and it is past 5:30, so we've got all of those. This is for Community Crossing Matching Grant 1. The project is the Washington Street section of our downtown project.
First bid received at $359 is Shooty Excavating. Their bid, as listed on the Form 96 contractor's bid for Public Works, is $2,914,400.05. 2914400.05.
Chris, you're cutting out.
I'll talk louder, sorry. So the bid amount was 2914400.05.
Thank you.
$2,914,400,005. And this does appear to be a complete bid. The second bid received 4:48 p.m. is from Paul H. Rowe Company Incorporated. Appears to be a complete bid, I just can't quite figure out what the bid amount is. So give me a second. their bid amount is $3,581,754.15. 3581754.15. That does appear to be a complete bid. Final bid received at 5:15 is from Dave O'Mara Contractor Incorporated. This also appears to be a complete bid in the amount of $3,130,673.00. 3130673.00.
Okay, thank you, Chris. Thanks to Zach and Mark and our team for working on that. That does fit within what we thought it would be, so any questions on the bids? Would entertain a motion to conditionally approve the bid to Schutte Excavating for the amount listed, with the review process to happen with our consultants and our internal team over the next few days. If that appears to all be accurate and to up to standards, authorize me to sign it.
I'll make the motion.
I'll second.
Motion's been made by Jamie, second by Lauren. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Those opposed. Perfect. Thank you to the teams that have spent time on putting their presentation or packets together. Up next, we have Scott Hadler with St. Mary's Church. He's here for on Eagle's Wings 5K. Good evening, Scott.
Good evening. As you said, here on behalf of the On Eagle's Wings 5K, just a quick overview. This is the 12th annual 5K scheduled for August 24th. Last year, approximately $30,000 was raised, and all of this money goes back into the community through the On Eagle's Wings Scholarship Fund, the St. Mary's School, Decatur County United Fund, and the Greensburg Wrestling Program. We had 575 participants and 50 volunteers. We are requesting road closure from 8:30 a.m. to 10 a.m. and a police officer for the north end of Millhausen Road. And there have been no changes in the route from the previous years. Last year was the first year we had a police officer on Millhausen Road, and it went much smoother with anyone trying to weasel their way down there. So, yeah. Any questions?
Chief, any issues with that?
Not at all.
Pretty standard operating procedure at this point.
Yep.
I think we coordinated with someone from your office last year, and I'm blanking on who it was.
I think it's Joe Ratcliffe.
Yes, that's right. Do I need to reach out to him?
We'll take care of it.
Okay, cool.
Any other questions for Scott? The only thing we would ask is that you don't paint on the roads.
Yes, yep, we used chalk last year, and that seemed to go all right, so we will do the same again.
Thank you.
Always move approval.
I will second it.
Motion's been made by Glenn, seconded by Lauren. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Those opposed. Thanks, Scott. Good luck.
Thank you.
Superintendent Smith, you've got a couple items for us. The Burke Stormwater Contract Renewal's the first one.
If you mean to miss the monthly update about that one?
I did.
Okay.
No, I did not, but
Okay.
we'll get through this. It's pretty
Okay.
short.
Good evening, Board Mayor. A few items on my agenda here, so I'll kind of jump right in. First one is the Burke Stormwater Contract Renewal. As you know, we've been working with Burke for a couple of years, essentially in an effort to implement our MS4 program and program requirements. We're making good headway, slowly kind of checking off those big ticket items regarding the MS4 permit, the MS4 program and program requirements. Essentially looking to continue that effort in progress with Burke. Current contract is down to about $2,500. I'm looking to renew that contract at $50,000 with Burke. We stepped this down $10,000 from the current, most previous contract. How I can kind of foresee this going as we kind of go into these next few years is every year I would hope we can lower this every single year as I learn more, as our team learns more, and some of these bigger ticket items are kind of checked off for our MS4 program. At some point it would be more of a, hopefully a monitoring and kind of overseeing our, I would say, relationship with Burke versus them. Right now it's more of a kind of design and implementation is kind of what their, I would say, maybe their portion is right now, so. Any
This is
questions?
a yearly, this is for a year, it's not for the rest of the year, it's for beginning in July or August through the following.
Hopefully it lasts us for 2 years, 3 years. It's according to kind of what we get into as far as how much effort these guys have as far as helping us implement this program. So I would hope this can go longer than the first. This one here lasted maybe 1.5 years, so I'm hoping this can last us maybe 2 years or even farther.
So there's not a complete ending date. You're just a little more in terms of it's a contract for them to continue work, and as long as we have resources there, then we can pay them, and then until we have to do it again. That's what you're looking at.
That's it, correct.
Yeah, it's an hourly retainer fee agreement.
That's what I saw in their hourly bid. Okay, that's.
It's an on-call contract. If we need something from them, they bill against it. And they've done this they helped us create the stormwater
Right.
utility, and
Yeah.
and they're really great to work with. We work with them on this pretty much exclusively. Any other questions for Zeke on that? If not,
In your budget, right?
Correct.
this is a stormwater, yeah, the stormwater. Is there a motion to approve the agreement with Burke?
I'll move we approve the agreement with Burke.
Motion's been made by Robin,
Second.
seconded by Jamie. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Those opposed. Okay, Vine Street change order.
Vine Street, change order number 1, as you guys know, we just recently kind of completed that over there on South Vine Street and 421 South. Change order here of about $38,640. Kind of what that entails is essentially we started digging in that intersection and we uncovered 4 utilities, 4 water mains that we didn't know was there. So we had to make some kind of decisions on the fly there, had to jump through a few hoops to essentially get those moved and kind of maneuver around those, end up also putting in a manhole because of that. So this is the additional charges because of the unknown utilities that we didn't know were there once we started excavating. So, yeah, they were. We can talk to Rick about it. So we didn't know they were there. So,
Okay.
so thanks to his crew for coming in and moving those and making that whole thing possible, because that took a village of people to make that happen.
Well, good thing that it's done, and I guess we better pay our piper, yeah. I would move approval.
Second. Motion's been made by Clint, seconded by Robin. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Those opposed. Okay, and then the last item is the amendment number 1 to the task order.
Correct. Also, Strand Associates, amendment number 1 to task order number 23-02. This is also kind of relating and regarding back to the South Vine Street. This is the additional cost of the additional construction administration services. So once we found there were utilities there, Strand had to redesign that intersection and put in a manhole and make all the elevations work and kind of maneuver that for us. So this is the cost increase of about $7,000, taking that from $20,000 to $27,000. So.
Okay. Glad it's taken care of. I would move approval.
I'll second it.
Motion's made by Glenn, seconded by Lauren. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Those opposed.
Thanks, guys.
Thank you. Okay, Zach, do you want to give us an update on Franklin Street, and then we'll back up?
Good evening. Franklin Street is going well. It's on schedule, and they made their first pour on the sidewalk on the east side, so we're along on that side now. All the sidewalk minus one section is complete on the west side. All the statements from everybody around and no major complaints, so that's always good too.
So you're gonna be finished ahead of schedule, you think?
I will never admit to that.
Yeah, you know, I'm not asking for a prediction, I'm just, things are moving so well that.
Things are moving on schedule.
Yeah. Anything else for Zach on that? Thanks, Zach, appreciate it. Thank you. We do have an update this evening from from the Veritas Group via Meyer Nasium on our project. There was a bit of a scheduling snafu, but a couple things. Over the last week, it has made substantial progress. They did do punch list last Tuesday, so that has been done. Items are being checked off that list. Mark Helmick is in the process of walking through both buildings to hopefully secure a certificate of occupancy through Sarah by the end of the week, which would be great. That will be a temporary though, so that we can finish the elevator project and some of the other items, but that helps move our paperwork along, if you will. The elevator, because that was brought up last week, it's sitting there, but they're missing some of the electrical parts, and as of the update from them late last week, July 22nd is the ship date for that, so that's quite a ways out. The good news is that the fascia that is still missing from the fire station is supposed to go in later this week. So it's on the record, we'll see if it happens. And obviously our generator conversation is one of those things that we never expected to be here yet. So overall, good progress has been made. On the street department side, it is mostly done and ready to go. There's finishing up some IT stuff. Furniture's been installed, appliances are in. So overall, that project is ready to go pending the certificate of occupancy when the fire alarm gets tested, which should be this week, I think, as well. Questions on that?
Planning an open house in August?
I'm never going to admit to that. I use this line from Zach's world. With the elevator thing and with some of the, and I know the teams would like to be in them for a little bit, so we'll see. I don't know that we're going to make, with the Fall Festival, or with the Power of the Past and some other conflicts that already exist in August, that might be a bit of an issue. We will try to make sure everyone's aware of that. But then, of course, we get into Labor Day. So that's sort of the goal. We talked about before the meeting a little bit, October's meeting, we will likely move that to October 2nd, pending if the council is agreeable to that in the next hour. Okay, approval of the claims? Motion's been made by Glenn, second by Robin. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Those opposed? Okay, anything else? If not, take a motion to adjourn.
So moved.
Motion's been made. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Those opposed? Thanks, everyone.